I'm going to make a door hanger today. Do you want to join me? Hey everyone, Cristin here from Cristin Creates. So I am going to make a door hanger today. We're waiting for our next group project to start, and I figured, oh, we'll do a couple of little projects in between while we're waiting. So I've been wanting to make another door hanger. I actually have one. I made one several years ago, but it's been pretty worn out from the wind and the sun especially. And so I'm just going to make another one. And I figured I'll make a tutorial in case you haven't seen them before. So this one that I've chosen is made by Applique and Embroidery Originals. The owner is Molly. She makes really cute designs. And I've always loved this door truck hanger, the truck door hanger. So I'm going to do that. She has a bunch of different designs that you can trade out every month. You put on one of the little monthly door things. Like there's cute little gnomes for Christmas and flowers for spring and whatever. So I'm going to go ahead and make the Happy New Year one since it's January, and I'm going to make my own truck hanger. Like I said, I've got this one. I've had it for years, but with a west-facing door, it got pretty worn out from the weather, and so I'm going to go ahead and make a new one today. So there's directions that come with the file, and they're great. So grab it. There's a bunch of different sizes, by the way. There's several different sizes. I'm going to make the 6x10 one. This is what the 6x10 ends up being as far as size. And as you can see, I personalized my truck. I did that again on the new one. You would just add in the embroidery font for what you want to say at the bottom of your truck if you decide to do that personalization. So grab the fabrics that you want. I've already chosen mine. I'm gonna do, you want one for the truck, one for the tires, one for the window, one for the bumper, it's called, and one for the little license plate. So these are the ones that I've chosen. The sizing will depend on the size of the truck that you're gonna make, but I'm just gonna lay them down as I need them and see what we get from there. So there's a few things that you can do. You can add burlap onto the back of it. I'm going to do that. It gives it kind of a farmhouse feel to it. I think that will be fun. So burlap, you can get it at any local craft store or Hobby Lobby or wherever. And then I'm also going to use foam. So this is just a craft foam. I didn't do this on my original one, and it's totally optional, but I'm going to put this underneath my hoop to give it more of a finished look on the back. All right. And then you need batting if you choose to do batting. So these really, you can do whatever you want to do on these. You can make an entire little fabric sandwich by adding in the different fabrics that you want. Batting, if you want to add that in, whatever thickness you want, whatever size you want. There's lots of different options on this. So I'm just going to do the rest of the tutorial in photos. I'm going to share step by step, like I always do on all of my tutorials, how to do different projects. I think this will be a pretty easy one. I'm going to do one of the interchangeable tabs. You can change it out every single month. I already have several of them throughout the year, but I don't have one for January. So that's why I was like, oh, this would be perfect timing to update my truck, the original door hanger, and then just add on that new tab onto it. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and do this today. Like I said, the design is from Applique and Applique and Embroidery Originals. You can find that on their website. I always just put in truck tab, and then it gives you all the different design options. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get started now. And if you haven't joined one of the group projects, we do group projects all throughout the year, all together, step-by-step tutorials, group projects, because it's more fun to do things together, right? So I'll tell you different designers that I use. So just subscribe onto this YouTube channel, Cristin Creates on YouTube, and that will give you updates whenever there's a new video that has been posted so that you can check that out. Just click on the subscribe button and then click on that little bell to give you notifications when a new video is posted. Hey everyone, so my little truck came out so cute. I absolutely love it. So I'm actually going to make another one, and you know what I was thinking is I think I can make it all in one hooping. In fact, I know I can make it all in one hooping. So I'm going to show you how to do that in case you want to do that. You would need a big hoop. I'm going to use my 10 by 10 hoop, and I'm also going to show you how to add your name to the license plate if you choose. So real quick, I'm going to open up Embellishment Essentials. That's the embroidery software that I use, and you can see it here. I've already tested to make sure that it would fit in a 10 by 10 hoop. You can see down here at the bottom I'm on my 10 by 10 hoop. The design is 9.5 by 10. So is that right? I don't have it that clicked. Actually, it's 9.5 by almost 6 is what it ends up being. That's the bottom part. Here's the top part. So you can see if I close these two folders and I highlight both of them, then it'll show me the overall size of the design, which is 9.5 by 10. All right, so that was correct from the beginning. Anyway, so I'm going to show you really quick how to do that. I'm going to go to File, New Page, and if you're not on the hoop size that you want to be on a 10 by 10 or a 10 by 16 hoop, you can go up to this Preferences folder and click on the hoop size you want. The 10 by 10, when I downloaded Embellishment Essentials, the 10 by 10 was not in here, and I manually added it. It was super easy to do. So that's how I've got my 10 by 10 hoop in there. Say OK, and then go to this compass button and click H, and it zooms into the hoop. I've already done that. That's why it's already zoomed in. But so like if you were on a smaller hoop and then you go to a larger hoop, you'll see the change. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you two different ways. So I already have it on here from when I did the first one, and so I can just copy and paste and bring it over. But since you probably don't already have it that way, I'm going to do it the original way. And actually, I'm going to close this. I need to be on this empty hoop. These yellow lines are representative of your hoop, so you don't want to do anything that goes over that hoop. So I'm going to go to this button here that says Merge Stitch File, and I'm going to bring in the design. So I have mine, it's asking where is this file that you want me to open. So I have mine on my D drive, Documents, Embroidery Files to Organize, Applique and Embroidery Originals, and then the Truck Interchangeable Door. All right, so if I click on that folder, it will start to populate the designs that are in that folder. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to click on the first one. I am doing the 6 by 10 design. You have to keep that in mind. Excuse me, I'm just getting over a cold. So keep in mind that for the truck size that you want and also for the hoop size that you have available. So I'm going to use the 6 by 10 design. I'm going to double click on that. It goes to the center, and then I'm going to click on the design, and I'm going to go up here to these rotate buttons. I'm going to click on this rotate right 90 degrees clockwise. Click on that, and then I'm going to move it. Now, if I were to try and move it right now, it won't let you do it. If you rotate a design, you have to click outside into the workspace somewhere and then click on the design again to be able to move it. And then to move it, you can use your mouse, or you can just use the keys on your keyboard. Either way will work just fine. And I'm just going to bring that to the center, all right? And then up from the top. I think I'll probably have to move it up a little bit more, but we'll decide after we bring in the next part. So again, if you already have the design open, you could just click on that and bring it over. But I'm going to start fresh for anybody that is doing this for the first time. Using Embellishment Essentials just makes it so easy. So I'm going to go to Merge Stitch File, and I'm going to bring in that bottom of the truck. All right, and I'm going to bring in the plain one that doesn't already have my psalm that I added onto it. See, there's the psalm one that I created. I'm going to just start fresh. So step 2, truck bottom. I want the 6 by 10 right there. Double click on that. It goes to the center again. I'm going to click on the design, and again, I'm going to hit that rotate right button right there, that little blue button. And it stays in the center. I'm going to click outside, and then I'm going to click on just that part. So just that step 2. You can do it that way, or you can click up here on step 2. Either way. And then I'm going to use my arrow keys to move it down, and I'm going to bring it to the center top part. Sorry, I'm giving a message. And so right there, let's see if I see that line. Remember when we did it in 2 separate hoopings, we had that line. That first part is to line that up, and that's what we want to make sure is lined up with that first part, okay? So you can see that I need to bring it up further. So I need to click on the whole design though. So it might be easier. I think what I'll do, if I click on this and move it out of the way, and then I click on this step 2 and move this all the way up. So I want this to be, there it goes. I want that line part. So I'm going to click on this 2-1, and you can see I'm a little bit over, so I'm going to just click on all of the design. I want to make sure that I've got all of it, and then I'm going to click back on that 2-1, and now I'm right on it, all right? And you can use your mouse key to zoom right in. Looks like I can go down a tiny bit more, but then it'll be off. So I'm going to leave it there. All right, so that's that bottom part. Now for the top part, I'm going to move it down, and you can see easier the line on here, because this one doesn't have that decorative stitching on top. So see right there, it's all the way on top, and I can zoom in to make sure that it's right on the top there, and that looks great. All right, so all in one hooping, but notice I'm over the hoop. If you were to finish it that way, it's going to be a problem. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to close these folders, and I'm going to click on both designs. To do that, I clicked down from the bottom and moved up, and to be able to get both of them. And then I want to center it. You can see from these little black squares that I'm nowhere near the center. So I want to make sure I've got both parts so that it stays together. And then I'm just going to bring it up until those black squares are right in the center. All right, you can see it's centered horizontally and vertically. All right, so that was really easy to do. And now it's all in one hooping in my 10 by 10 hoop. So the last part I want to do is I want to personalize mine. So I want to have it say Psalm in the middle here. This is super easy to do as well with Embellishment Essentials. So if I click on this A, that Create Letters button right there, it's going to go ahead and bring in a font that you automatically get for free as part of your Embellishment Essentials purchase. So I'm going to click on that. See the text here, that ABC? I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to type in Psalm. That's what I want mine to say. And then I click enter, and it will change that wording. Now, like I said, this is a free font, and this will work great. You could do this. Now, to make it sized, you would click on the design and then just click any of these little, the corners will make it sized down. All right, and you can even make it sized down and stay in one area. I'm just moving it around to make sure that it fits. So that looks great. I actually am going to use a different font because you can use other fonts that you've purchased, and I'm going to show you how easy that is to do as well. So when you buy a design, a font, you would just unzip the folder and then drag it over to this workspace here, and then it loads it for you to Embellishment. It will always be here for you. So when you click on this ABC, you can see it's this block design font. I'm going to click on that, and now look at all of these fonts I've already loaded to Embellishment Essentials. So I'm going to just look through here. I definitely want a small one because it's a very small little license plate. So a 1/2 inch size would work pretty well. So here's a Hey Pretty Girl. That's very small. I can make it a little bit bigger, no problem. I think the one I used on my original was Designs by Juju, and I believe it was Board Book. So I'm just going to go up here. Designs by Juju, it's not in there, so let me just keep looking. Some of the Designs by Juju has a space, and then so it makes it so that they're not all in order. So you can see here's Designs by Juju beneath. I'm just going to keep looking through my Designs by Juju. Any 1/2 inch font. So here's Designs, see how there's no space. Some of them have DBJJ space Board Book, and that's why they're not all centered as far as being in the right order. All right, so I'm going to click on that. I like that size, that font. I'm just going to zoom into it. Where did it go? Sorry. Here. So another way of doing that, you can use this to move around, or you can hit this compass button and move this crosshair right to where you want to see. And that makes it very easy to see as well. All right, so that looks really good. Maybe a tiny bit smaller, just to make sure I'm not going over that decorative stitching too much. And I'm going to bring it up just a bit. So whatever works for you. I think I want it over here a bit more. Tiny bit. All right, so you saw how easy that was to add in a font, use a font of your own, or use the font that comes with your purchase of Embellishment. So that looks really good. You could look through all of your different fonts and see what the style is that you like. Either way, I'm going to go up to this compass button and hit H so that it zooms into my hoop again, and I can see my entire design. So this is great. I love this. So one hooping, this is going to be really easy. So the first one I made, you saw all of the different steps that I did. I added craft foam on the back. I'm going to do that again. I like that somewhat finished look. And then this time, I think instead of batting, I'm thinking of trying foam. I think that that might be fun to have a more puffy. I don't know. I like the batting look too, so I'm not sure. But I am going to make a second one. So I just wanted to show you that if you have a big hoop, you can actually do this in one hooping. One thing that you would have to do is bypass that step 2, this one right here where we're lining it up. You would just bypass both of those. So you can take them out here now if you wanted, or you can just bypass it. Either way will work fine. So make sure to do a save as. So I'm going to do a file, save stitch file as, and I'm going to name this as Track. Together, I'm going to say 10 by 10. I'm just going to leave it as that. Track 10 by 10. Save. Whatever will help you to find the design. And if you have a machine that is Wi-Fi ready, you can actually send this to some of your machines from Embellishment Essentials. So I'm going to go to Utility, Send to Solaris XP1, and I'm going to say OK, and then see File Sent to Machine. So it's already there and it's ready for me to have some playtime.